Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Natasha and I make videos on anything and everything pop culture. So if that is your cup of tea, hit that subscribe button and let's be besties because I'm here for you every single Tuesday. And this month you're gonna see me a lot more than what you probably went to because I'm doing a series called Halloween on the very last week of October. And I think you guys are really gonna like it if you're into spooky stuff. Just so you guys know though, it's gonna be a little dark. Like we're literally gonna be talking about a girl who got cut in half and murdered. So yeah, but that is not the era that we're in right now. Right now we are in the Spooktober era. Today we are going to be talking about offensive celebrity Halloween costumes. Now before you're like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid, actually stick around because some of these costumes are actually really offensive. In my 22 years of life, I would have never thought that a grown adult would go out in public and wear some of these costumes. They are just really disgusting and hurtful to people. But with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So the very first celebrity that we have is Lilly Allen's costume dressed up as Dr. Luke. I have no idea who Lilly Allen is. I've never heard of her, nor do I know what she does for a living. But after seeing her in this costume, I don't care who she is. I simply do not like this girl. I think this costume is really trashy and disgusting, and you probably will too after I explain the context behind this costume. So here's the context. In 2014, Lilly Allen was invited to Kate Hudson's Halloween party. And Lilly was going to this party with a popular producer named Dr. Luke. If you have no idea who this man is, good for you. But like I said, he's a popular producer and he's mostly known for producing a lot of Kesha's songs. I love Kesha so much. What makes this costume so disgusting is that just a couple days before this Halloween party, Kesha publicly announced that Dr. Luke took advantage of her right as soon as she was getting into the music industry and allegedly R-worded her.
Kesha files a civil suit against Dr. Luke in California, alleging she'd been sexually, physically, verbally, and emotionally abused for the entirety of her career, calling continued association with her producer life-threatening.
Just so you guys all know, I stand with Kesha. I will always believe victims on this channel. But of course, like most men usually do whenever they're accused of R-wording someone, Dr. Luke denied this. And since Lilly Allen was going to this party with Dr. Luke, she decided to just make a mockery of Kesha and her trauma by wearing this costume. At first glance, there's nothing really wrong with this costume. Like, it's fine. You can dress up as Dr. Luke if you want to. But if you look closely at the name tag on her costume, it says Dr. Luke Gynecology Department, which is really just disgusting considering Kesha's allegations. Moving on, we have Snooki dressed up as a girl on a milk carton. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this, but there might be someone out there who doesn't know this, so I'm just gonna explain it a little bit. But I don't know if people still do this, but back in the day, I know that a lot of people would pay and get their missing child's face on a milk carton. Snooki's a grown adult. She knew better. That's just really disgusting and just downright sad and disrespectful. Moving on to the next one, we have Chris Brown's terrorist costume. I feel like I don't have to do much explaining for this one because we all know that this is wrong. This costume makes me feel so bad for the Muslim community because after 9/11, the Muslim community really got targeted for being terrorists, even though they're literally not terrorists. Every Muslim that I have ever talked to who lives in America, they love this country. It's really disappointing to see Chris Brown do this because he really did hurt a lot of Muslim communities by wearing this costume. Who would even think to sell that as a costume? The next costume that we have is Janina Khan dressed up as Melania Trump. Girl, you nailed this one. I literally thought that this was Melania Trump. I literally could not spot the difference. Anyways, there's really not much explaining to do for this picture. As you can see, Jamina is dressed up as Melania Trump, and behind her is a Trump doll that looks like it's grabbing her kitties. Kind of reminds us of that one thing that he said.
Just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even know. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
Personally, I think that if you're a Trump supporter, you will find this costume offensive. But for the rest of us who are not fans of him, I think this is pretty funny and this is just a great costume. I wonder if Donnie responded to this costume because that would be pretty funny. Moving on, the next costume that we have is Adrian Curry dressed up as Amy Winehouse. how terrible of a person do you have to be to dress up like this? This is just terrible and sad. If you don't know who Amy Winehouse is, she was a singer and she actually died from a drug overdose.
The singer Amy Winehouse has been found dead in her North London flat, just 27 years old. The singer has had well-documented problems with drink and drugs, and last month had a disastrous show in Serbia. She had to stumble off stage. She was booed off stage.
So to see this costume with a needle in its arm is just so disgusting, so insensitive to people who struggle with drug addiction, just downright disrespectful to Amy and her legacy and her family. Why are people so insensitive to people who have drug issues? I hope her career was just annihilated over this, because that's just so wrong and disgusting. Moving on, the next costume that we have is Tia Glory dressed up as a geisha. Okay, I love Tia and Tamara, but Tia, girl, honey, this was not it. For anybody watching who's going to be dressing up for Halloween this year, I just want you guys to know that it is never okay to dress up and change your skin color or to dress up as somebody else's culture. I don't want to see that from you guys this year, okay? We're not doing that. Because I love Tia, I must say that she did a really good job on this costume. I did not even know that this was Tia, but I do not condone dressing up as somebody else's culture or changing your skin color, okay? Still love you, girl, but just not it. Moving on, we have Ashley Tisdale dressed up as a Day of the Dead skull. Okay, I love Ashley Tisdale, and if I'm being completely honest, this costume is really cute, but it's never cool to culturally appropriate. But, you know, I do love the movie Coco, and that movie has taught me so much about the Day of the Dead. And it is really cute and aesthetic, but it's just not our culture as white people, okay? So no more culturally appropriating. We're not doing it, okay? There are so many white people that we could dress up as. Moving on, we have some more cultural appropriation with Ellie Goulding's costume as a Native American. Eye roll. She's a grown adult. She should know that this costume is not appropriate and is offensive. It's a real shame. Moving on, we have Nikki Hilton dressed as a Native American. Again, she's a grown adult and she should know better. I don't know why people think it's okay to wear outfits and costumes that hurt other people. And moving on to the very last costume, we have Hilary Duff and her then boyfriend Jason Walsh dressed up as a pilgrim and a Native American. I love Hilary. I adore her so much. But guys, again, you're grown adults and you should know better. How are you guys like not thinking of like other people whenever you wear things? But that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments down below which costume you thought was the most offensive, and also let me know who you're dressing up as for Halloween in the comments below too, if you're going to anything Halloween related. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I love you guys so much. Stay blessed and stay spooky. Bye.